Tape marker, action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka the Ryan680. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. I'm gonna take Ted's spot, by the way, from Countdown to the Geekcast. The man, the myth, the legend. What is your name?
JC.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm JC. I'm good. Surviving. The last week of this. It feels like the last week of the first half of the year, and it's been hell. It's been a hell.
Yeah, for real. It's
trying to get through it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that we're already almost halfway through summer. It's a crazy. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff's happening, and but yeah. So let's get right to it, man. I mean, hopefully everyone's staying safe in San Antonio, guys. With what's going on with COVID-19. But let's get right to it, man. So this is the Kingsman official trailer. That came out 2 days ago. And JC, you haven't seen any of these movies, is that correct?
I have not. No.
Okay.
I'm
so
not,
good.
not familiar
That's
with
good.
this at all, obviously. So,
but you have seen.
You just hey, come react to this trailer. I was like, sure.
So, but I have. So I have seen,
sorry.
Yeah, so I have seen the last two. But I wanted to get your perspective because fresh take, fresh look into a series, into a movie franchise that fresh set of eyes. The film style though, Matthew Vaughn. Snatch. You remember Snatch, the movie? I mean, So you've seen his work, and then produced a lot of movies, X-Men, all that stuff. So let's get right to it, man. How excited are you for this?
I got an open mind on this one. It just better not be the trash warrior nun that you made. Tina and I watched last week.
We that was
the Island of Reality podcast.
Oh my god! Okay, so that is actually gonna be. I didn't know it's a series. Come to find out, so it's actually gonna do good. I think it's
a series.
I think it's gonna be great. I don't know. It's one of those things.
It's interesting, but
come on, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like a cheesy, fun film. We've seen a lot of those movies like that.
I'm not saying I didn't watch it, but I was not prepared for it. My friend, I'm looking at it like, what the hell did he just make us watch?
Right? Yeah. Oh man. All right, let's get right to it, man. All right, so let's bring it up here. All right. Hope y'all ready for this, guys.
My flock. This will not be a war of heroes. Nations will slaughter each other while we get rich. This is going to be fun.
Damn.
You cannot keep me locked away as the world burns.
Son, the truth is the world is ruled by corruption and greed.
We must do something.
Certainly. We are the first independent intelligence agency. Refined but brutal. Civilized but merciless.
Welcome to the club.
Very clever.
It's time to pour fuel on the fire of revolution.
Yes, my shepherd. Welcome, Englishman.
Rasputin, your reputation precedes you.
Let's end this as gentlemen. After all, manners maketh man.
Oh,
Why is it that boys are always so messy?
all right. Oh man. Okay. So what's your thoughts on it?
Scenes are always fun.
What
It's
do you think of it,
intriguing. It's
man?
interesting. Is this? It's interesting. I'm intrigued. Is it set in like I guess like a World War One type era? I'm not familiar with the series at all, so
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looks
So
like it's set. Yeah.
yeah, so it's set back in prequel. So it's prequel time. I really don't. I mean, based on it looks like man. Uh, it it's just an or it just says discover the origins of the very first independent, which is the Kingsman. So I'm not
Okay.
too so I would say like probably like World War man, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Early 1900s. So early 1900s. So it's like pre World War One, World War One era. So yeah. Um, yeah. That's I like it. I like the idea. I was a history major in college, so I always like these fun sort of like historical fiction type pieces and alternate history type things. So this is I mean, it's intriguing. I'm interested. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the series as I mentioned, so but
Yeah,
this might I got nothing else going on while I'm stuck at home, so maybe
right.
I'll start watching these a little
So
bit. Yeah.
so they did change the
So
release date for this once again. So now it's September 18th. So we got pushed back again. So furthermore into it, I would just, so the last two, um, I would say the last two carry that same charisma. It has the same tone. If you go back to watching the old trailers and if you see the movies, it actually has that carry the same tone. But at the same time, I know a lot of fans of this franchise. They're just like, why can't we see more, future films? Why are we doing a prequel per se? In a sense, and at the same
right.
time, kind of thinking that same way too. Like it's one of those movies to where like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna do good? And does it have to, does it try to carry that same chemistry as you did in the previous films, with totally new, different cast, totally different actors, obviously, because you can't run off the same ones because it's a different timeline. And it's a very different approach. I would say. I know you mentioned already. Voldemort's in here, Ralph Fiennes. So I mean, that was pretty good to mention. And then of course, another thing too that I do want to mention was Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's in here as well. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of Aaron Taylor Johnson from Kick-Ass. So it's one of those things to where like,
Yeah.
is it going to be good? I mean, so do you think this movie has potential? I mean, we haven't seen the previous one, so yeah.
Oh yeah. I it's funny you say that. Like, why are they making a prequel? Why are they doing this? Why aren't they continuing the story? A lot of people said the same thing when the Underworld movies came out. It was Underworld, Evolution, and then all of a sudden the third film was Rise of the Lycans, where they went back and told the prequel about how the whole war started. So, and from there they kept going with the story beyond Underworld Evolution. So there is some reason why it tells a backstory, and maybe there's something in there that they can reference for future movies as well. There's a reason for it, and I think with the lore of these films, I think they're still. I mean, I would assume they're still planning to make a sequel to the first two. There could be something in this story that will tie into that movie.
Yeah,
something they want to reference. So this could be setting up something in the future. And
yeah.
it is a bold move to make it a prequel, but I think they feel confident enough that they've established a good story, and people want to know, well, how did this all get started? And this would be a good way to tell that story.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just right up the synopsis. I mean, it just, history's worst triumphs and criminal masterminds gather to plot a war to wipe out millions. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of Suicide Squad, but no villains. It's just like its own comic book because this is based off.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, from a historical perspective, this is like, how does World War One intertwine with this? I think that's why I always enjoy the Assassin's Creed games too, because they make history their playground. They do different things, how they intertwine the story. Wonder Woman was a great film that took place during World War One, and how she was involved in those fights and those battles, which I thought was really cool. If it's done right and they intertwine it, I think this will be good for fans of the series and history buffs like myself too. Yeah,
I mean, it's just one of those things to where, at the same time, I really thought this was going to get canned. I'm not going to lie. Whenever Disney finally came in and, they were letting go everybody, I was just like, I thought this movie was going to get canned. I really did. I mean, I didn't have any hope for it. It's one of those things to where like I want to see the previous characters, like we wanted to see, like you mentioned, Underworld. We wanted to see So that, we want to see those characters progress more, from Underworld Evolution and all that stuff. And then we got, the crappy fourth movie of Underworld, which, just, I don't know. I just don't want them to lose sight of the image and what we're planning on seeing. But the special effects looks great. It looks like they did a really good job on, as far as set wise. The sets look great. I'll say that. I mean, they look really detailed as far as like going back in time. And I'm actually loving it. I'm loving that what do you call it? The special effects and all the fireworks, all the blowing up. I love that about films, particularly these sort of films.
Yeah.
But I mean, is there any final thoughts, JC, or anything like that you can think of?
No, I mean, it piqued my interest. I'll see if they do hit theaters. You never know where the world's going right now. It's an interesting thing if it's going to go the way of theaters. I didn't know Disney was involved with this, but if Disney got involved and they're still giving the green light on this, maybe they see something in it as well. So,
I mean, it
does speak. They think there's a good script in there and a good story to be told. So.
Exactly. I mean, it's just one of those. Yeah, like I said, it's just one of those things I thought that was going to get canned because I was just like, the fan base is there. It is. I mean, that the beauty. Okay, so one of the things I really did love about Kingsman is that these guys kick butt, but they kick butt with a suit on. They kick butt with. It's almost like an Inspector Gadget kind of. So they have gadgets, but like, I mean, that's like the worst example. But like, it's like they have gadgets, cameras.
So it's like a James Bond type thing.
Yes and no. I mean, I would say but it has like you're trained to be a Kingsman, so like not to say anyone could be a Kingsman, but anyone could be a Kingsman. And I love it because it just has the nice suits and nice dress attire while you look good and kick butt. That's all. I mean, I love that. Look good.
So we know what you're dressing up as for Halloween. We got it.
Oh no. If anything, I might do the Joker.
No.
I'm still debating. I might do the Jared Leto Joker. The Jared Leto Joker, by the way. Yeah. The one that everyone hates on.
Leto Joker. All right.
Yeah, cool. The one everyone hates on. Which
give me the David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, and maybe we'll see if it changes people's perspective, right? Because he had a different story. So
I guess I could agree to that. He did have a different story, but I mean, it's a lot of people they're just going to be like, doesn't really need to happen. I mean, we're getting a different take, so I'm okay with not seeing
for fan service. Why not? I mean,
put it on streaming service. Put it on the HBO Max.
We're at home.
Put it on HBO Max. I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, put it on HBO Max. Make it into an animated movie. Before Snyder announced the Snyder cut of Justice League, I thought, you know what? Just do how the movies you would have done them. Just do them as animated films, and we could still get the story, and that'd still be good. So who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll check it out. And just FYI, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, I know I didn't put this on the description. South Park will be on HBO Max starting tomorrow. It leaves Hulu tomorrow and goes straight to HBO Max, and I can't wait because I've been really binge watching just like a little bit of South Park. So like that's what I do when I edit. I watch a little bit of episodes of South Park or Fresh Prince. But I hate the ads on Hulu, right? Just like anyone else, I hate the ads on Hulu.
Yeah.
And because I got the Black Friday special, so I refuse to not get, the higher expensive one because I got the Black Friday special, which is good for a year. So what I was so excited for was that HBO Max bought out South Park. So I Googled it. I was like, hey, when is it going to finally be, HBO Max? Now it got launched. I was all like, hell yeah, it's going to be there tomorrow. South Park, baby. So just letting everyone know from now on, all South Park episodes will be on HBO Max, guys. All new ones, current ones, and they'll be up there, uploaded, ready to go. So I'm excited for that. Are you a South Park fan?
Oh yeah, but I watched my favorite episode of all time is when they get stuck on a bus trip. I think Jennifer Aniston was a guest voice character, and they go to a Costa Rican rainforest, and they are singing about saving the rainforest, and then they get stuck in the rainforest. And all this happens, so at the end, they're singing about destroying the rainforest, which I thought was hilarious. That's one of my all-time favorite episodes. I watched it all the time in college. I thought it was hilarious. That's my favorite. So I might just go back and watch that again once it hits HBO Max.
It's crazy how many seasons it's going for. It's still going, still kicking strong. I mean, it just amazes me how many seasons.
Yeah.
I think they're on their 36, 30. So, I mean, Don't quote me on that, guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone can Google it, but yeah.
It's like The Simpsons as far as how they just keep going, but that's the beauty of South Park. As long as there's stuff to make fun of, they make fun of it. And I remember when the show first came out, people were offended. It was horrible, it was ugly, and now it's like an honor to be made fun of on South Park. One of my biggest memories is the 2000 election, Al Gore, George Bush, and the whole recounts in Florida and all that. And that was like the first election that I could vote in too. So when all that was going on, literally a week after the election, they're making fun of it with a kindergarten student council election with Ike, and the votes are all messed up. And there's one girl, her name is Flora, and she's undecided. So it was one of those things, and they start bringing in, Johnny Cochran and all these people in there. It was hilarious. So, but that's the beauty of South Park, is that something can happen, and then within a week they have something making fun of it, and it's so good. That's the beauty of the show, and I love it. Yeah,
the best president debate or the president election was the one with Obama and McCain. I don't even remember that episode. They were like, it was Obama, McCain, and like they did it. They're like, Obama. They start partying and going crazy. It was a riot. And it was hilarious. I was just like, I was cracking up. And coming to find out, they made it to where Obama and McCain, that they were like stealing. They were actually in on it. They were trying to steal these diamonds or trying to steal something. This diamond jewelry. Pretty much, they were thieves. They were planned it all along. So I love that, how they do that little extra storytelling there. Trey Parker. So I mean, basically,
nothing is sacred in South Park, and I love it. And I think to date it was the only show where they made fun of Family Guy, Simpsons, and South Park all at the same time, and they had the blessing of all the shows together at once. So even to the point where the Family Guy promos were like, "Here's what the manatees put together this week," So South Park is in our culture now, and it's I'm glad we get to see it without ads on HBO Max.
It's here to stay. And I was actually wrong, totally off. So it looks like it's 22nd season. So that sounds a little off. I don't know.
Oh, okay,
yeah. That sounds a little off. But
they have some.
What's up?
Yep, and check out the video games too. The video games are great as well.
Yeah, the video games. All right, man. Well, thanks again, JC, for being on the show, man. I really do appreciate taking the time out to be on here, man. But yeah, any final thoughts on the trailer, man? I mean, you're gonna be able to see it whenever. I mean, it's not gonna be on your priority. I know that, but
probably not. There's a lot going on, but I mean, I may if it hits theaters and we're able to go to a movie theater again, and Tina and I can get out for a date night. Maybe we'll go see this one. We'll see what's out there. It just depends, but it has piqued my interest. I might look and see if I can watch the other movies before I see this one too. So
I mean, I would. That's the best thing to do. So that way it carries that same tone. Like I said, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things to where like, I mean, I'd rather see a third film. But we got a prequel. Hey, I mean, more power to them if they actually created this. They're trying to expand the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if it does good, I hope it does. I really do.
That's usually a good sign.
Yeah, and especially if Disney
that's actually a good sign if they're trying to expand the lore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, brother. Well, thanks, man. Thanks, JC, for being on here from the Countdown to the Geekcast.
No problem.
All right, man. Well, as always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for making us a part of your day. Catch y'all later, guys.
Get up now.